Remember how the big stink that I made about the Scottish hate crime law that wanted to give you 7 years in jail just for possessing an offensive meme on your phone that made Scotland the most authoritarian part of the United Kingdom, and it made us tumble down several places. I think it was about 11 places we fell in the Freedom Index. Well, Ireland looked at that and thought, that sounds smashing. Why do we don't need rights? People don't need rights. Who needs rights? Liberal democracies at work. New hate speech laws kick up a storm in Ireland. Donald Trump Jr. has even taken aim at the proposed legislation, labelling it insane. Elon Musk even said the same thing as well. New laws aimed at curbing hate speech have sparked controversy in Ireland. The updated legislation will create landmark laws to deal with hate crimes, making it an offence to deny or trivialise genocide, and expand protections to include gender identity and disability. Now, there's an amazing part in this. I hope this article mentions it. If not, I'll mention it at the end. Opponents of the criminal justice bill have raised concerns the charges go too far and will stifle free speech. That's what they do by design. Stifling free speech is literally the point of it. Like I said, see how China, you can't fucking say anything without getting your door kicked in, same as North Korea. It started as bigotry laws. Racist laws and blah blah blah, hate speech laws. That's how they started, and we're going down the same path. You know, liberal democracy is authoritarianism driving the speed limit. However, defenders say Ireland's current legislation has been outstripped by the internet and contains significant blind spots. Yeah, we do have laws that let us infringe some rights, but they don't let us infringe rights enough. Yay, government. Minister for Justice Helen McEntee, who first published the bill, currently making its way through the country's parliament, hit back at claims that speech would be restricted. I'm dying to hear this argument. Hate speech and freedom of speech are two separate things. There it is, right away. Yes, you do have freedom of speech, except for things that we deem to be hate speech. And what is hate speech? Well, it's whatever the government decides it is in the moment. It depends. What do I need right now? What do I need right now? I don't like that thing that the guy's saying. That's hate speech now. I've decided. It's honestly absolutely atrocious and stupid. With the former designed to shut people up and make them afraid. But this law doesn't do that, does it? That's what you're doing with this law. You're trying to shut people up and make them afraid. So you're doing the exact same thing. You're guilty of the very thing that you're complaining about. Politicians, man. They're not human. We are all horrified when we hear of homophobic, racist, and other hateful incidents in our country, she said in October. While these repulsive acts of violence and abuse against innocent people, those are already illegal, by the way. There's laws in that. Like, if I went to Ireland right now and I just, like, punched a random black guy, I'm going to jail, I would assume, at least. They're all already illegal, right? And the point with criminals is they kind of don't care about the law, you know? Oh, is there a law now? Darn, I can't do it anymore. There's a law. There's an invisible force field that prevents it. You know, like gun-free zones in America. You think the shooter's going to turn up and see the sign and go, fuck, damn it, try the next building. That's fucking so stupid. We know that some people go about their lives constantly in fear of abuse simply because of who they are. Yes, I can understand that feeling. The new law will introduce specific legislation to tackle hate crimes. Well, that's what it's going to start with. Trust me, they're going to expand it every couple of years until it finally gets to the final stage where you're not allowed to criticise the government. Because see, when it starts going, oh, people are inciting hatred against politicians in the state, and that's causing call me on that. I swear to God. Like, what's that Remind Me website? Put this into that, right? That's going to happen. Eventually, you can't incite hatred against politicians, and then that'll be it. You can't criticise the government. There you are. You're done. And behaviour that is likely to incite violence or hatred, establishing penalties of up to 5 years in prison. Oh, Jesus, well, at least they didn't go for the full 7 like they did here in Scotland. Victims of hate crimes are targeted due to prejudice against their age, ability, ethnicity, religion, nationality, sexual orientation, or gender. Buzzwords. It also makes it much easier to secure convictions for hate crimes because, those pesky motherfuckers kept getting away with using their rights by allowing prosecutors to rely on the use of hostile slurs, gestures, or symbols. Critics fear the changes could lead to politically incorrect views being censored, such as those around trans rights. Yes, that's the plan. They turn around and say, oh, so you can't just go up to someone in the street and call them the N-word. Like, no, it's not. That's the public-facing reasons. That's the ones, because they can go to the members of the public and go, after all, you don't want people going around, are you one of those racists and everything? And everyone will go, no, I support this law. Oh, of course, yeah, I absolutely support this law. That's the public-facing reason. The real reason is to eventually absolutely crush dissent. Absolutely crush dissent. And we've arrived at the point now where even journalists are feeling it. Even The Guardian is coming out with articles going like, things have got kind of bad, boys. That man, and yep. Yes, they have, if only you were warned. Some public figures have waded into the debate, with Donald Trump Jr. calling the new law insane, and Twitter boss Elon Musk branding it a massive attack on the freedom of speech. The legislation is long awaited. No, it's fucking, long awaited by fucking elites that want to control the flow of information. Ireland currently does not have specific laws to deal with hate crimes, while its laws on hate speech are widely seen as archaic. I wish for a day where hate speech laws are seen as archaic. I hope for a time 50 years from now where civilization goes, oh, Jesus Christ, can you believe we used to do that? Existing hate speech laws date back to 1989 with the Prohibition of Incite to Hatred Act. This makes it an offence to communicate threatening, abusive or insulting material that is likely to stir up hatred against a group of people. What does stir up mean? Whatever the prosecutor fucking decides it is. And he doesn't have to prove it. Doesn't have to prove it as well. At least that's how it works in Scottish courts. However, under this law, a person can defend themselves against charges by proving they did not intend to spread hatred. Now, let's. I hope it talks about this. Their defence can be based on not knowing the content of the materials or lacking a reason to suspect that it was threatening, abusive, or insulting. The new law changes this, making one liable for a hate crime, even if they did claim they did not intend it. So, basically, the court then puts the onus on you. You are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. Basically, the court makes an accusation. Now, the way it works is, if you're accused of murder or theft, the court can't just say, you stole that, prove you didn't, right? The court has to say, we think you stole this, and now it's our job to prove that you stole it. And then you can counteract any evidence that we've provided. No, the way it works is it puts the onus on the person. The court just has to say, you were going to spread hatred, and then it's that person's job to prove that they weren't. And if you've got a little meme in your phone where, a communication device where you could send it anywhere, if you just say, no, I downloaded it and saved it on my phone, well, you downloaded and saved that. Why? You were going to post it, weren't you? So you could post it somewhere. Prove you weren't going to post it. That's the way the law works now. So, thought crime. That literally is thought crime, where they say, we believe these are the thoughts you have. You can't prove that you weren't having those thoughts, because how are we supposed to read your mind? So we're just going to establish that you were thinking these thoughts. You cannot prove to us that you were not thinking these thoughts. Boom, 5 years. Liberal democracy is authoritarianism driving the speed limit. The new law changes this, but I've just seen that. Others were cautious about the bill. In general, we support those changes as they are designed to make the law more effective and protect vulnerable groups from attack, said the Irish Council for Civil Liberties in a statement sent to Euronews. However, we have been advocating to strengthen and make more explicit freedom of expression defences in the bill, and we are advocating against the inclusion of an offence that would criminalise the possession and preparation of material that would incite hatred. Advocating against, I was about to say, wait a minute. That's fine, yeah, they're a free speech group, but I got a wee bit confused there. They suggested other forms of hate speech which might cause deep offence but do not reach the criminal threshold should be combated by other means, including education and monitoring. That's a strange free speech group. No, you should be free to say it, but then the government can spy on you. Not sure how I feel about that one. Yeah. But the same thing that they done in Scotland, which made us fall in the Freedom Index, they're now doing it in Ireland as well. And the onus becomes completely on the accused, where basically the government just says, we believe these were the thoughts that were in your head. Prove that you weren't thinking this. How the fuck are you supposed to prove that you weren't thinking something? You would think, I wasn't thinking it because I didn't do it. That you would think that would be enough, but no, it's not. Basically, they're making it impossible for you to defend yourself because they just want any reason to be able to lock you up. Are you becoming a little bit of a problem? Said too many naughty things about the state? Bye-bye, off you go. And there's no way for you to defend yourself because you can't prove a negative. How do you prove what you were thinking in the moment? What are you supposed to do? Like strap a slideshow out of your fucking brain or something? Get one of those mind reading helmets and project it on the fucking wall? What are you supposed to do? And that's the thing is, the state, the government, the MPs, the politicians, they know there's nothing you can do about that. And that's the thing is, and what we can do is we can sit there and go, that's absolutely terrible that the government did that. What the fuck can we do about it? Nothing. There's fuck all we can do about it. However, there will come a time, eventually when we take over, when we are going to have some fucking trials, boys.